Thank you, Katie. I lost my father when I was 13 years old, and I certainly know how important it is to have a mother and father as a good role model. I was very fortunate my mother provided both to me with enormous love. If we think back when we were growing up, most of us would probably remember someone there in our corner, someone who was already to give us advice, support, encouragement, and all the other things we need to help us become who we are today. Unfortunately, when thousands of kids living in New Hampshire look over their shoulder, there's no one standing in their corner. 15 years ago, my kids were grown, and I saw the great work that Big Brother, Big Sister was doing, and I applied to be a big brother. And I met Josh, who at the time was 9 years old. He was a wonderful young boy, and he had never met his father. Josh was quiet, he was not doing well in school, and he was lacking trust in others. Over a 9-year period, I saw Josh going from a timid young boy to a wonderful young man with confidence and trust and maturity. At first, we focused on little things. When I first met Josh, he would never put on a seatbelt or wash his hands. If anybody knows me, I'm a little sensitive on health. After a month and a half, he was the first one to put on a seatbelt, and the first thing he would always ask me is, where was the hand wash? You could tell the trust was building. I was very fortunate to do many exciting things with Josh. I took him to Disney World with the Red Sox, the Celtics, but more than anything else, we just enjoyed the time with each other. 3 years ago, Joan and I went to Josh's wedding. Josh now lives in Maryland with his family, but we still keep in touch to this day. Josh's experience bears out what statistics say about this program. Kids in the Big Brother, Big Sister program have a 46% less chance of using drugs. That is an incredible, incredible statistic. Considering the opiate crisis, and what better way to do prevention? Kids in the program will be 27% less likely to use alcohol, and they'll be 52% less likely to drop out of school. This all happens because of one-to-one mentoring. My wholehearted support for this program and mission by Big Brother, Big Sister encouraged me to incorporate a mentoring program at our company, CCA Global Partners. We mentor mostly kids from the Wilson Street School, which has one of the highest poverty rates in New Hampshire. We have 23 amazing, wonderful children come into our office on Monday afternoon, being mentored one-to-one at our company with our employees. It is so exciting to see how these kids and children learn new skills, how they're learning to trust and form a bond with someone. Many have never had this. With my wife Joan's creativity, we provide them with healthy food when they arrive, and they take a snack home with them. Now my wife Joan and I are thrilled to be co-mentoring a second little brother, Luis. I told somebody at this stage of my life I should be grand co-mentoring, but I guess I'm privileged to call it co-mentoring. Luis is such a loving, fun-loving boy. All he has to do is give me a big hug, and he has certainly made my day. We all went to Sky Zone together the other day, and Luis turned to Joan and I and said, "This is the best day I've ever had in my life." And Joan and I agreed it was one of the best days we ever had. Certainly one of the most touching moments I ever had was a year ago. Luis and I went to the Big Brother's annual breakfast. After breakfast, I took him back to school and to sign him in. And Luis turned to me and he said, "I'd like you to come up and meet my teacher." And I went up with Luis to meet his teacher. And he introduced, he said, the teacher, and he said, "This is my big brother, Howard." And I said hello, and then Luis turned to the teacher and he said, "I would like to address the class if that's possible." And I didn't know what he was going to say. And she said, "Yes, you can." And he said, "Class, I'd like to introduce you to my big brother, Howard. He's very kind to me, and we have fun with each other. And I can tell you, you can imagine, I could have melted at that point. Luis has already become an integral part of our lives, and we hope one day to attend his graduation and wedding one day as well. When littles know they have someone in their corner, it can really change their lives. They can start to see the possibilities that the world they're living in today does not have to be the world they're living in tomorrow. For some, that means going from barely passing grades to going to college. For others, it's exposed to careers that their parents never had. Or it's having a friend help them understand a new language or explore a new America. All of this is why I'm so excited to be part of New Hampshire Tomorrow Initiative and to be a member of New Hampshire Tomorrow Leadership Council. We need to be sure all our kids have a chance of success. It is programs like Big Brother, Big Sister that's going to deliver thriving, strong children who contribute to our prosperous, healthy communities. And now I'd like my wife Joan and Luis to come up.
So what do you think, Luis? Does it look like a lot of people from here?
Yeah.
He's cool. So Luis, of all the things, if you were to think about one most important thing that you like about being part of Big Brother, Big Sister, what would you say it is?
You guys is almost the best thing that ever happened.
If you have any interest in being a big, I strongly encourage it. It can make your life totally, totally different and much better. Thank you.